Hello everyone, welcome to Tasty in Situ. Today we make suya. Suya is roasted meat, mostly used for entertainment. But to make the suya, we need special spices. Now we could make beef suya, we could make chicken suya, we could make any kind of suya. But for today, we're going to be focused on the beef suya. I'm going to give you a rundown of the ingredients, one after the other. First, to make the suya pepper itself, which is one of the main ingredients, you need cloves, blended cloves, you need blended peanuts in the powder. We also need dry ginger, we need some salt, and these are dried chopped onions. So everything blends together. Sometimes you could add dried garlic into it with some pepper, and everything blends into this special spice that you see here called suya pepper. It's a dry spice that we dress the meat with. We're also going to be using the peanut powder. We're going to kick it up a notch, and the brand I'm going to use, you could use anyone, it's just this brand right here. And we're going to be adding some salt and bouillon cubes. But first, we're going to blend the salt and the bouillon cubes in a Ziploc bag. Just crush them up and mix them up real good, and you come up with something about this. The main ingredient is the beef. We're using this special cut here, and this is called the New York strip. Thank you so much. DH stepped it up real good for me. He said he was going to help me do this, and he is delivering. Thank you so much for your support. Here we go with the beef. This beef is on the pricey side, but it is so well worth it. If you take a close look at the beef, you see the fat in between. It's called marbling. That really counts to the outcome of the beef. And so we have a good wash here, and then we drain the beef. After that, you could see the beef being laid out on a dry sheet just to drain off the excess water from the beef. You could use a paper towel to dab the beef at this point. Next, the beef is going back into a Ziploc bag, and guess what we're going to do? We're going to tenderize this beef. We'll tenderize the beef, and because we do, it makes it so much easier to chew. DH came up with all these new methods, but they work real good. So now we have our salt and bouillon cubes, our suya pepper, and the peanut powder. Everything goes on the meat. We're just going to sprinkle all of that, and we're going to sprinkle on both sides of the beef. So this is one side, and we get to do the second side. Now for your viewing pleasure, we're just going to do probably about 5 pieces of this cut, and then for much later, we could go on with the rest, but just to give you an idea of what we're doing. Welcome to all our new subscribers. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you, and I see you. To our existing subscribers, thank you for joining us again. First timers, don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell, and like the video. Now we are back onto the grill. The grill is heated up, and we have our beef ready to go. We see that some canola oil is being splashed on top of the beef just to add some moisture to it. You don't want it dry going on the grill, or else it's going to be very dry and it would stick to the grill. So here we have our suya all laid out, and that's about the last one for this batch. A little more splash of the canola oil, and here we go with this suya. Yes, and the smoke adds to everything. A little sprinkle of water for moisture is what you see going on here. I tell you, all this stuff, DH just came up with all these things, and every time we have friends over, they really enjoy this suya very, very much. And so with some moisture on there, some oil on there, with all the spices and the suya tenderized before it even goes on the grill, I tell you guys, It is delicious. So here we are turning the suya the other way. You can see the beautiful grill marks on there. You have to be patient with this, and some more water to add moisture. Let me know in the comments section if you do add water and oil to your suya just like this. I'll just let you enjoy looking at the suya for a little bit. So our suya is ready. At least this one is ready. And we're going to have to flip these ones and it'll stay on the grill for a little bit. The suya is very popular all over Nigeria, but mostly in the northern part of Nigeria, where we have the suya man, and he sits out there on his thing with his grill with all the spices, and then every evening people go over there to buy and eat it up, drink something with it, just have a good night outing. It's always fun. The suya man is always the boss in the evening because you have people all lined up to enjoy his meat. This is a delicacy. It's a very special one when dad or mom brings suya home. Whoa, everybody is happy and excited to have it. And so we have the last of the suya for this batch. Just a close up. Right now it's all just everything delicious. And here we are with the suya. Let's take a closer look at it. Oh yeah. Look, I couldn't just hold myself anymore. The long throat was too much. I had to taste. And so this is inside of it, and it tasted So to plate this suya, I thought for a long time, what am I going to do? How am I going to plate this suya for my subscribers? And so I decided to use a slice of steak tomatoes, and that's a large one, and also a large onions. And I'm also trying to get right about the same slice, the same size I got with the steak tomato. Now the onions gives us some gas. I watched my mom do this many times when she was making a salad for us. To reduce that gas, she poured some hot water on it, and she added some salt to the onion rings when she was making the salad. And then, just leave this for 3 to 5 minutes, and the onions comes out looking good, still firm, less gas, and ready to go. So we have our onion and tomato bed. This is all for you guys. I hope you like it. And we have the suya all rolled up and placed on top. Why am I doing this? Because traditionally the suya could be served with the suya pepper itself and onions and tomatoes. They all just go very well together, and usually it's just fresh onions and fresh tomatoes. The combo in your mouth is just it. Very, very tasty. And so we have our suya here. Yes, decided to garnish with some rosemary. I hope it looks prettier. And here, let's take a look at another piece of the suya. We looked at one the other time. Let's look at this one. Look at the inside. Away with the toothpick. And a good nice bite. Big bite, yes. Just tasty. Everything just comes together in your mouth. It's delicious. Meanwhile, just a quick tip: if you still need to add some suya pepper while the beef is on the fire, you could do that. That's the suya pepper, that's the groundnut powder or the peanut powder being added. For the suya pepper, we specially order from home. We already have our suya seller ready to go with everything we need. And thanks to family and friends for the logistics. And here we have the canola oil being added, and in a little bit water is being added for moisture. All of this is just to add moisture, to bring everything together. It comes out really tasty. A huge shout out to DH and enjoy!